Welcome back to the Renewable Report with Mike Kirby. Today and over the next several weeks, we'll dive headfirst into how solar works and the financial elements of owning a solar array. Solar electricity is produced through a relatively simple system comprising three main components. First are the panels, which I have a model of right here. As you drive around town, take a closer look at the roofs and open fields and see if you can catch any systems you didn't notice before. The second piece is an inverter. Here's one type called a microinverter. Now this one's made by Enphase for those of you keeping score at home. Finally, we have the racking and the wiring system. I don't have an example rack or wire used in solar, but for those of you born 5 years from now, this is what a wire used to look like. This one charges my phone. Now, solar panels are made up of paper-thin crystalline silicon cells that are grouped together to make solar panels. This is one cell up here. A full panel can be about 3 by 5 feet and weigh around 40 pounds. Those cells convert sunlight into electricity, and specifically direct current or DC electricity. Typical panel sizes today range from 190 to 250 watts, with some being larger. 1,000 watts of solar capacity in Maryland will produce about 1,200 kilowatt hours of electricity per year, with slightly more or less depending on the direction the array faces and the pitch. Systems in California or Arizona with greater sun exposure can produce 1,500 kilowatt hours per year with a southern orientation. Those kilowatt hours are real important here. That is what your utility charges you for every month, your kilowatt hour usage. Now, utility rates per kilowatt hour range from 6 cents on the low end up near 20 cents or higher in certain parts of the country. Maryland rates are generally 10 to 15 cents per kilowatt hour. So a home without solar that uses 1,000 kilowatt hours this month at 14 cents will have an electric bill around $140. One with a solar system that produces 800 kilowatt hours that month will have a bill of about $28 because the solar produced the rest of their electricity. The second component of the system is the inverter. Their primary function is to convert DC electricity produced by the panels into everyday alternating current or AC electricity and feed that electricity into your home or business and the electrical grid. There are two types of inverters. The traditional box inverter intakes the DC electricity from a group or several groups of panels at once. A microinverter converts the electricity from the individual panel it is paired with. There are several advantages and disadvantages to each type that we can address later. Now, the last component of a solar array is the racking system and wiring. Racking is used to support the solar panels either on a pitched roof, flat roof, or on the ground. They come in lots of varieties designed to achieve specific functions. A pitched roof system may contain a series of beams attached directly to the roof that hold and support the panels. On a flat roof, a ballasted system is often used with similar concepts, but this system is typically raised to create a pitch and can be weighed down or attached to the roof in a variety of methods. A ground-mounted system can be done in several different ways as well. Many times, poles are buried in the ground and a panel support structure is built onto the pole. The advantage with the ground mount is that it can usually be designed to face due south at the perfect pitch to maximize the system's production. Wires connect panels to panels and those panels to the inverter as well as the electrical box on the site. Depending on the size of the system, different wire strengths are used and must always be grounded using copper wire. Well, this wraps up our intro on solar components. Thanks for joining me today on the Renewable Report with Mike Kirby. You can email your questions to renewablereport@gmail.com or find me on Twitter at mpkirby4. Thanks for joining us.